I was about 9, I believe, and I was singing a song by Ramon Ayala, which is Tragos de Amargo Licor. I've always been a fan of Ramon Ayala, and even more because my uncle Mario Marichalar, he's the lead vocalist for the band. So I've always been a fan. I'm really how could I say travieso in Spanish, and the first time I actually told my mom that A.B. Quintanilla from the Cumbia Kings wanted me to go to his studio, she didn't want to believe me. She was at work at the time, and she told me I'm working, call me back when you're serious. And she hung up on me. So I called her back, and I told her, and she's like, are you serious? I'm like, duh. So, but anyways, that same day I went to the studio, and that's how everything happened. The first time I stepped on a stage, on a big stage, because it's 15 guys, man. It was in Cancun actually, and it was for a Festival Carnaval, and there was 75,000 people there. I'm used to performing in quinceañeras of my primas, with maybe 200-300 people, man. To perform in front of 75,000 people is pretty nerve-wracking. Man, the video was actually filmed in a beautiful, beautiful beach that was called Playa del Carmen. Beautiful beach, man. It was awesome. We had just performed that night before, actually. My first performance was at 3 in the morning, and we actually had to be at the hotel. It was an hour away from the performance, and then think about it, that's an hour, so that's 4, which only gives us another hour to get ready, because we had to be at that beach at 6 in the morning. So we basically got no sleep at all. So we were there, and it was my first time doing a video shoot or whatever. I was nervous as hell once again, and I had no sleep, and they were getting everything ready and stuff, and I was sitting on a chair, just knocked out. But when I'm on the road and I'm away from home and stuff, the things that I miss the most is, first of all, number one on the list is my mom. Those little comiditas that she does in the afternoons and stuff, that's something that I miss. And second of all, I'm a big truck guy, a big trucks fan and stuff, so I miss driving my truck around and messing around like I always do. My dog Brownie, that's a character and a half, man. He, when I have nobody to be with or nobody that's here at home with me, I bring him inside, and all he wants to do is play and bite. When he gets bigger, I ain't gonna be able to do that to him. He's pretty small right now. He likes to tear everything, chew everything up, right, Papa? He's a good boy. Look, he knows that he behaves when I grab him like this, right? Right, you behave, right? That's a good boy. Okay. Stop. Be a good boy. Be a good boy.